joining us today. Welcome to the show. Just wanted to understand from you, if you could tell us what explains this unusual pattern that we have seen when it comes to the rain in India this year. It varies across regions and it's been very erratic. So what is it that explains, and is this trend likely to continue in the coming years as well?
Thanks, Kanishka. You see, basically, monsoon is in its last leg now. Okay, as you said, yes, it was erratic in some parts, all right. But to me, it appears it was a very, very special monsoon. Okay, I don't think it has disappointed us. It has done more good than any bad over some parts, except for the northern parts, which possibly those cloudbursts, frequent cloudbursts, that was a gray area which was there. But otherwise, by and large, it has behaved and behaved very well. Uh, as on date, also, it is above normal. 107% is a very decent figure for the monsoon. And to top it all, you see, it has performed nicely over the areas which expect the monsoon, which are rain dependent rather, the core monsoon zone, core monsoon months. It has done very, very satisfactorily, adequately well. Rains are good. So I will put it as a very special monsoon. And obviously, though the rainfall is somewhere close to what we had even last year, but then distribution, the time and spatial distribution, I will put it better than many of the earlier monsoons which we had in the last about 6, 7 years or so. That's it.
Understood, sir. Thank you. And sir, just wanted to, talk about the current situation in Kolkata as well. Now, they are experiencing very heavy rain over there. And the timing of this rain, it's just before Durga Puja in the city. And, that's why it's a major concern. So what is your latest forecast for West Bengal? Will the weather likely clear up before the festival season?
Not a very good news, Kanishka. Yes, Kolkata was deluged the other day before in the evening and night, and obviously all rail, road, air, that traffic was suspended also. It got affected also. Even the air operations, everything was waterlogged. Was quite understandable. There was a low pressure area over there, and my fear is little relief now, like last 24 hours, nothing much has happened. Very light rains were there, but it's coming up now. Another spell is coming up. It may just coincide with the bigger festival which we are having now, Durga Puja, not very far, another few days, because the low pressure area is forming over Bay of Bengal. That will happen tomorrow itself. It will strengthen to a depression, and obviously it will have a large area of influence, which will go and extend up to the Gangetic West Bengal, southern parts of West Bengal, where the capital city, Kolkata, will be there. So they are going to have rains, maybe next 2, 3 days or so. It could be moderate rains only, light to moderate rains, but thereafter, possibly on the weekend, and thereafter, it's going to be a heavy spell of rain and thunder shower. It could last for about 48 hours. Okay, so that's how I say that the festival may not be the weather possibly could play spoil sport maybe for a day or so, but then all is not sounding good for the city of Kolkata in the coming days. This is courtesy the depression which is going to form. Obviously, that depression will take toll of rain over other parts also. Mumbai also is one. In the coming days, it will get also affected. The central parts of the country in the last leg of the monsoon, they will get a decent and a good spread of rainfall across the eastern parts and the central parts coming up this week itself, starting very shortly. It could be any time from tomorrow onward, and then for the next about 1 week or so, till the monsoon possibly makes a call of withdrawal. That's from the extreme western parts. So the central parts, it's going to have a decent rains, possibly some heavy rains also in some places, including Mumbai. Yeah.
Understood, Mr. Sharma. Thank you so much for that update. And also, rains could play a spoil sport as far as Durga Puja in West Bengal is concerned. That's the view coming in. But I wanted to talk about, back here in North as well. Punjab floods, they've damaged standing crops, including basmati rice. So just wanted to understand what's the long-term impact on the state's agriculture economy. If you could just shed some light on it, and food security, given that, and also is it likely that such floods could become more frequent in the coming years for Punjab?
Say the Punjab was exclusively one state where the floods were there. There were almost about, I think, week-long activity, monsoon activity, which was very strong and frequent also in that pocket. But then it was not only the rains. I said earlier also sometime, you see, the various water bodies, reservoirs or not, they were full to the extent in Punjab. All the three dams which I mentioned, Ranjit Sagar, Pong Dam, and even Bakra Nangal, they were full to the brim. We could never release water in time. Okay, so when the stage came where excessive rainfall was there, so along with the rains, that water was released. That was the culprit for causing that flooding and then damaging the crops as such. Rains were there. There is no denial. Good rains, heavy rains also were there. But then it was further, the situation became critical and crucial on account of the release of water from the water bodies, which was very, very essential, keeping the safety measures in mind that had to be done. Okay. But barring that incident, I think it has behaved all right, most parts of the country. I will say the cloudburst, they were a little more frequent in the mountain areas this time, more so in the state of Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. But then, as we keep on saying, it's a part of the climate change which we are witnessing, the rise of temperatures. This is bound to happen. And these frequent events possibly, I think, may not be the last in the list even for this monsoon. It could happen. Okay, what we are looking for is the more high impact weather events likely, especially in the vulnerable areas. Vulnerable areas are the mountains and the foothills areas, which include foothills of Punjab, Haryana also. Okay, so I will say that we have to exercise caution. Nothing much can be done about the natural weather activity, but what we can do as a part of ourselves, I think we should do that. Otherwise, monsoon, as it looks, it's going to be good this particular season. I again would like to mention the core monsoon zone and the core monsoon months have done quite good to the country as far as the agriculture aspects were concerned. There was only a short spell, that's at the start of August or so, when a little, some sort of break monsoon condition. It was not a typical break monsoon. This season was special, then we did not see any typical break monsoon. And it was not very long also. But yes, those 1 week or 10 days in the first half of month of August, they were a little dampener when there was little damage in some parts, particularly Rajasthan and Gujarat, to some soft crops or so. But other than that, I think the season will be good. The crops which are there for the Kharif season as such, I think we will have a decent going on all those crops, barring few pockets, which always happened in the monsoon. Monsoon, this is one of the best monsoons where just about 8% of the country area is a little deficit. Okay, spread has been good. Distribution, both timely as well as the spatial distribution, both have been good. Okay, I will rate it as one of the best monsoon which we can expect and which we desire.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah. Got it, Mr. Sharma. Thank you so much for taking us through all of that, everything that's been contributing to monsoons in India, all the factors, climate change, and also in that the large part of it has been a good season for agriculture. That's the view coming in. On that note, we'll let you go. Thank you so much for joining us today. Well, it's time for a quick break.